Okay. We are good. We are live. We are ready to go. Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. This is RPL Tier 2. We are in the finale. That is in Yas Marina. This is the finale of Season 7 of Tier 2. And this is ready to go. We're ready to roar off. As you know, with the wonderful voice that is, I'm Ironwolf. I am on deck for Tier 2 commentary for the first time in a long time. Hang on, I just gotta get Lewis back in. Not sure what happened. Alright, anyway, so Lewis Walker is coming back so he can take control of his Ferrari, and we'll be good to go. So unfortunately, I'm not sure when the last time Tier 2 had a stream. So last week, the Tier 2 drivers were in Brazil, and that was taken for Ferrari 1-2 by W.O.R. Lewis. Bourbon was second, and Jacksta was sitting in third. The championship was decided a few rounds ago in Jeddah. That was won by Tadpole, and Red Bull won the Constructors after Belgium. So Lewis is actually having a bug where he's joining, but it won't let him take control of his car. But we will have 20 drivers on the field tonight. So looking at the drivers here, we have a short qualifying, 50% race, and Tadpole, the champion, just set the fastest lap with a 23.9. And looking at the field, I'm not going to go in particular order. So Tadpole and Red Bull, Fanflo, AlphaTauri, Instinct, Ferrari, Josh and Joe Wilson, Mercedes, Jim Bob in Alpine, Tommy in Alfa Romeo, Jack SCFC in McLaren, Valkyrie on loan to Haas, Wavy in Williams, Leon Haas, Standard Red Bull, Term in Alpine, Liam, Alfa Romeo, Zora, Aston Martin, Lewis, AlphaTauri, FBL in Aston Martin, Beatnik, Alpine, and George in Groggers, the host, is in McLaren, and Lewis will be joining eventually. Speaking of which, let's try again to get him back in. And we'll get Beatnik back in too. Zora can't get back, apparently. I'll have a thing, so I can't get him back. So Zora is pretty much out of it. Okay, so Beatnik has no FFB, so he's... Oh. Well, that sucks there, but hopefully... Alright, so Got people figured out. There we go. Wait. So Lewis is in. Oh. Apparently I got something. Oh. I can't accept it. If I accept it, I get thrown out. Alright, so let's see. So, with all that hullabaloo out of the way, so as you know, so unfortunately, lobby was late because apparently one of our normal hosts was not available, so we had to literally scramble to try to find a new host. George, who's out on an outlap now, was willing to take the handle, but then we had to restart the lobby because we were booting out some randos, and he accidentally kicked Beatnik out. So, yeah. So that is the case there. But anyways, FBL, as we're watching him now. So, yeah, so FBL's on that. Let's see what FBL's got for a time, gonna do for a time. Now, the interesting thing is that for next season. So the thing is with next season, things are gonna be looking interesting in regards for Tier 2. Now, at the moment, this is our group for next season. So, next season, we have Red Bull. Red Bull is being filled in by Jaxta, who is not here today. Which means guy in third, Instinct, is looking to pretty much secure second in the Drivers' Championship. And Lewis Piper, who's currently the slowest on the field, is his teammate. Ferrari retains its same drivers, Instinct and WOR Lewis. They are going to be in the Ferrari team. Haas is Leon and Blue Gagi. That is the team there. Alpine is going to be Will, and the season 5? Is it 5 or is it 6? One of those two. As Josh goes fastest, 23,697. 3/10 clear Tadpole. Stanner, by the way, is sitting in 7th right now. We have as Tadpole now goes faster. There comes Lewis. But Owen, who is a previous Tier 2 champion, is on there for Alpine. Mercedes retains the 2 that are there. Lewis goes for a spin, but keeps the car intact. So he's okay, but unfortunately, because of that spin, that's going to ruin his lap, but he's going to have to come back into the pits, get a new set, a sauce, and try again. But anyways, Mercedes keeping his roster as it shows there. Josh and Joe Wilson, they'll be there. Aston Martin is going to be Zora, who is on there. And Lando Norris, who is a reserve for Ferrari Academy, he is going to be going to Aston Martin next season. Alfa Romeo, it is going to be Tyes and Gerard. They will be in for that. McLaren, today Tommy, who's in Alfa Romeo tonight, he is moving to McLaren next season. And Jack SCFC keeps a seat. And then for AlphaTauri, it is going to be Fanflo and Stenner in there. The only team yet to had drivers announced is Williams. Originally, it was going to be just Wavy, just waiting on a teammate. But Wavy has been moving over to Tier 1 as Leon has gone for a spin. Anyways, so, moving on, we have Zora. Driver that missed out last week because of a ban. But he's cleared a race, and he... oh, what? Okay. What in the world was that? Okay, well, we just caught him just come to a stop in the final corner, back up and go cut into the pit lane. So maybe that could be... I'm not sure what that was about, but that was just not fun. Anyways, we have Term, slowest in the field right now, but looking to improve his lap. Term, reserve, racing, main racer for Red Bull Academy in Red Bull in F2, and he goes second fastest. I mean, look at that, only 2/100ths of a second faster than Josh in the Mercedes. So definitely does the work for Term. Literally, him in not so pleasant and junk machinery, he's pretty quick. Joe Wilson just goes up to 4th place. Leon out for... might be going for a new run. Yes, he is. There goes Stenner. Stenner's on an out lap. Only 2 drivers yet to set a lap. That being Zora and Liam. So Zora and Liam on deck there. So Zora and Liam, no laps yet, so those 2 are going to have to set a lap. Let's see who else is out on track. Looks like Tommy is on a lap. Looks like Leon abandoned. Are we going to abandon his? No, he's still going. Is he almost out of... nope, he's not out of fuel. Is he... no, he's way slow, so I think he abandoned. So he might have to go again. But anyways. Who I think is going to be top 3? Well, if Lewis comes back out in time, he will... actually, yes he is. That's him coming out now. Right, nope, that's Instinct, I think. Yeah, it is. It is Instinct. But I think, in regards to the top 3, I think Lewis, Instinct, and Tadpole will be your top 3. But that's if Lewis gets out in time. So there's only 2.5 minutes to go, so he's literally got to get it out lap now. There he goes. He's coming out. And more cars coming out as well. Now, let's see, who is going off on the lap? Term. Let's go on board with Term. He navigates through Sector 3. He's 7/10 up after Sector 2. So that is going to put him in the 9s range. So that'll put him just ahead of Joe Wilson. Let's see how he does in the final sector. As he comes across the line, looks pretty good. And it is 3rd fastest, 685. This puts him 12 milliseconds clear of Josh. But a lot of people are coming out for the next runs. Looks like the next guy to cross is going to be Tommy. Here he comes across the line. He improves just by the slimmest of hairs, but stays P9. He stays out of the way for Instinct and Red Bull. Oh, that's an Alpha. That's Aston Martin by the looks of it. Oh, that's Williams. I'm sorry. Man, I look bad with these stuff. That's a wavy on deck. Okay. So off goes Instinct now. Only a few milliseconds up. Looks like everyone's bunching up so they can get a lap in. Looks like a Haas has gone off. People are backing up, ready to go. It looks like oh, we got trouble. That's Jack SCFC off the track. Looks like, yeah, we just can't keep track on who is going to be coming where, but looks like Stenner has gone back into the pits. And with time done, here comes Instinct as he comes across the line, and he goes 5th fastest. Here comes Wavy Knight now. 15th. He goes up to 13th. Oh, and wow. There goes Tommy, so he is going to be staying P9, maybe. Who knows? Looks like Jim Bob has gone to the pits. He has bailed on his lap. Next up is going to be Zora. And there is Liam right behind. No, not Liam. Liam's out there. And Lewis goes top of the board. So Zora goes 16th fastest. Here comes FBL now. He's going to go 13th fastest. Second out, Tommy's gone to the pits. He's retired. There comes some more cars to come across. Tadpole nips Lewis for pole. Let's see. Here comes a Mercedes. Josh goes 3rd. Here comes Liam. Goes 14th. Next up is Leon. He's staying 19th. There comes Joe Wilson now. After that is going to be Jack SCFC. Joe goes 4th. Okay, and Jim Bob goes 9th. And Valkyrie stays in 16th. So the only one left. Oh, Beatnik is doing donuts. And Beatnik, parked in a dangerous location, gets kicked out of 12th. Oh, that is pretty funny. So Tadpole pole position just nips Lewis by 1/8 of a second, and Josh in 3rd. It's been a while since we saw one driver from the big 3 teams in the top 3. A Red Bull, Ferrari, and a Mercedes in the top 3. I'll just have to warn the drivers that Groggers is the host. He cannot. George is the host. That they cannot ready up before him. I just need to pull up the new map. Oh, wrong corners. There we go. Turn 12. But anyway, so this is where things are gonna get interesting. So we will have the 5 lights come on. We'll have the 5 lights on to begin, and this will be the fun part. So here we go. Hopefully. Yep, 5 lights come on to start the final race of Tier 2 Season 7. And it is lights out, and away we go. And it looks like, well, looks like Lewis got a better jump maybe over there. No, 3 wide into turn 1, and oh, there goes Burke. Burke goes spinning. That is Joe spins. Josh gets ahead of Lewis on the start. But that was unfortunate. 3 into 1. That was gonna not go pleasant, and well, that went bad for Joe Wilson, to say the least, as he plummets to the back of the field. Meanwhile, everyone is just jostling for position as they head on. We're on board with George, the host, as he's battling Tommy for 9th place, heading into the major braking zone, this chicane. And looks like it's going to stay true as Josh just takes the lead over Tadpole, and Tommy just nips ahead. And here we go as we get to the front as Lewis is knocking on the door of Tadpole, seeking to move on the inside into turn 9. Little bump and bang, but Lewis gets ahead. Tadpole with a shake and understeer loses out to Lewis. The term is up in there too, and there goes Liam for a spin. Out he exits turn 9. Oh, that's Stenner spinning out. Just caught for 3 seconds. Stenner goes spinning in turn 11. My oh my. A Red Bull has issues. A Mercedes goes for a spin, and a second Mercedes leads the Grand Prix for the first lap. Josh inherits the lead, and it is Josh, Lewis, Tadpole, Term, Fanflo, Instinct, Jim Bob, Tommy, George, and never mind, there goes Tommy, spinning out in turn number 3, bumps off the wall. George will take 8th, Lewis in 9th, and Zora up in P10. Oh my. Yeah, some of these spins is just really catching off some of these guys, to say the least. But anyways, as we're going to take a look at the tires here, looks like Leon has gone insane and decided to go with a soft tires to start. Looks like we got Beatnik, Valkyrie, Jack, Stenner, Lewis, George, Instinct, Fanflo, Term, Tadpole, and Lewis. Basically about half the field's gone medium tires, and everyone else is on the hard tires. Everyone else is on the mediums, except for Liam, as Liam just had his first pit. Anyways, let's go a little bit further back, and oh, there goes Stenner again, and Leon goes with them. 2-car and stereo spin, and whoa, Jack went for a shot on the outside, but cut off by Zora. Zora goes a little bit off the track, and Jack trying to fight back as we're on board, and just can't seem to get it done as Josh just continues with fastest lap. DRS is now enabled. Zora hanging on tough, P10 right now. Meanwhile, just slightly further up, we're looking at Jim Bob eyeballing a Ferrari. That'd be Instinct. Bear in mind, Instinct is looking. Instinct is definitely confirmed to be P2 in the Drivers' Championship. Yes, he is. He is confirmed, and we have a VSC. Unsure as to why. Zora's just been booted out of the session, but a VSC deployed. Not sure what happened. Let's see. Oh, that could be why. Liam has no wing. But anyway, so DRS back enabled. We're off and away again. And Liam has gone into the pits. He is out. We have Lewis Piper on the outside against George. Nice attack on the outside, but George has the better line inside. Oh boy, a little wide there. I think there was contact between George and Piper, but George maintains the 8th position. We couldn't get a view on what happened. Could not get a view on what happened, but Yeah, that was unfortunate there. But anyways, FBL just loses P12 to Joe. Joe is actually trying to reclaim some positions after getting spun out. Zora is rejoined, gonna have to retake control. He is in 10th place, but he may lose it very quickly to Jack SCFC. Whoa, Lewis! Oh no! Hard into the wall. How did he not die from that impact? That had to hurt, and that really is gonna screw up Lewis there. Because Lewis, he was hanging around in 8th place and just lost it out of there. Anyways, looks like we're gonna have a fight for the lead. Lewis Walker versus Josh. Well, Joe is fighting Zora for 9th place. Looks like Tommy has gone around. Instinct just passes Fanflo, just catching that right there at the top of the screen. Lewis not close enough at the moment. Well, Jack SCFC trying to keep tabs on Joe. On Joe Wilson. And we got 2 Lewises. We got some Joes, some Jacks. We got quite a hodgepodge of people here, to say the least. But anyway, so here we go. Move on. We have Fanflo eyeballing Instinct. He's got Jim Bob right behind him. Tommy goes off out of turn number 10. Lewis Piper's in the pits, and he is out. So very unfortunate for Lewis Piper. Just snap oversteer in turn 3. Serves turn 3. He just goes off into the wall, and that is his race done. There's 2 down, to say the least. And it looks like Lewis just got a nice run of DRS, and he has got past Josh to take the lead. Lewis Walker in the lead. Last rumble with the champion now. And safety car. Well, safety car on deck. Guys, could be for Tommy, because Tommy is missing a wing. Lewis Walker in as the lead. We're only on lap 4 of 29. We're only on lap 29 of this. So we're only on that lap, and it looks like Josh has decided to come in. And off of those mediums, onto the hards. And looks like looks like his teammates deciding the same thing. So is Jack. So is Jack and FBL. Minor bit of time lost because of that double stack by the Mercedes, but he is there. Looks like quite a few are out. We have Jack SCFC, FBL, Wavy, Stenner. Those guys are in. Leon is now going to be taking over. Going up into 12th. And Tommy, unfortunately, is a lap down. Looks like he's going off. He's going wide off track. I think I know why. He's probably going to be towards the back of the field just to let these guys through. Anyway, so we are in lap number 5 of 22. Lewis Walker is your leader. Josh H was the leader from lap 1 all the way to lap 4. So, and then Lewis took the lead in turn number just before turn 6. He is your leader. Tadpole is 2nd. Term in 3rd. Instinct 4th. Fanflo in 5th. Jim Bob 6th. George 7. Zora in 8. Beatnik 9. And Valkyrie, reserve driver, is sitting in P10. Now, bear in mind with Beatnik, by the way, wherever he finishes, he is going to be removed from the finishing order because he is a tier 2, he has a tier 1 driver, as Jim Bob has decided to go into the pits. So, and Tommy has gone in as well, and Tommy is done. So now with those pits from Jim Bob, Josh has now returned back to the points. Now, Valkyrie, we haven't talked much about her lately. So Valkyrie is reserving in Haas because Blue Gagi was actually out of the event because Blue Gagi couldn't make it. Ties was being filled in by Lando. Unfortunately, Lando Norris. The person decided to strike a telephone pole nearby his house, so he has no power. So Valkyrie wound up reserving in for Haas, while Liam had to get thrown in to Alfa Romeo. Which with Alfa Romeo, unfortunately, Alfa Romeo, no points tonight. So that is unfortunate for Alfa Romeo because that means Haas is actually going to finish higher in the constructors than Alfa Romeo will. Because Haas and Alfa Romeo were going to fight for 6th in the constructors. Aston Martin, right behind, could possibly seize a chance to take that. But anyway, safety car is in, as the field is being controlled by Lewis Walker. Walker in control of the field, and looks like, and Valkyrie just got a 5-second penalty because he overtook, got lost behind Beanick and Zora. Anyways, we're off and away, back under green in Abu Dhabi. Looks like RPL has gone for a spin. In the final corner. Too. Anyways, Lewis in there. Looks like Instinct just got the lead. And we have trouble back behind. That is Stenner and Leon in trouble. Stenner, Lord Red Bulls, is just having not a great day, to say the least. On board with Term. He's got Fevro right alongside, and Term takes 4th place. Nice moves by Term. Question is, can Fevro capitalize? Looks like that's going to be a no-go. I think that's going to be a no-go, but here comes Joe Wilson and Valkyrie. Valkyrie hanging on to 10th place, just keeping that Mercedes behind as we're on board with Joe. Joe is just not happy. He's got Valkyrie being blocked. Valkyrie blocking him. Valkyrie putting on a good showing of blocking and being resistance. Now Joe has decided, nope, enough's enough. I'm going to try to move for an overtake on the outside, snuck a peek, but Valkyrie stands her ground and says, no, you won't buy, you're going to have to fight me. Let's see what happens here is Valkyrie stays on the low side, forcing Joe to take the high side, and that high side works. Joe is back in the points. Just further up is his teammate Josh, who's being harassed by Beatnik. It looks like Jim Bob has decided to make a move on Valkyrie. Smack and smack there, and Jim Bob successful, and Jack takes advantage too. little bit further up now, we have Term. Whoa, Josh goes off track against Zora. This is a driver versus co-team principal. Probably Josh is going to be happy to be held up there. Looks like FPL's gone around in turn 10. Where he's off and going. We're back under it. As Jack SCFC just gets moved over by Jim Bob. Jim Bob moves over. Gets him through. DRS back enabled. Looks like Joe is just getting a little fed up being stuck behind the Aston Martin. And he does get by. Zora goes a little wide. But Joe finally gets past that Aston Martin. Now we're on board with Term. He has DRS now, is in pursuit of Instinct. Oh, this is going to be interesting there. And looks like Instinct has now just arrived in the DRS zone, the DRS range against Tadpole. Question is, can he maintain it on this exit? And the question is, that is a no. Instinct does not get DRS. Zora plummets down the field. Oh, contact trouble. That is Jack SCFC gone for a spin, and Zora giving him some shoving. Zora gave some shoving as Jack went spinning in turn 7. Well, probably Jack SCFC. Now I'm gonna get that wrong sometimes. Those two had some more words and some shoving. Or maybe, or something happened and Zora was just not wrong place, wrong time. Who knows? Anyways, let's see, what's the next closest fight? Looks like it's going to be Jim Bob versus Beatnik. Jim Bob, the team principal of Alpine. Beatnik, an Alpine driver, loaned to Williams. So most likely Jim Bob is going to have Beatnik move over. So he can take 9th place. That could be the case here, as it looks like Josh is in range against George. Might sneak a peek for the move. No, he does not. And Beatnik doesn't fight Jim Bob. Jim Bob up in the 9th place now. Let's see what we got in this DRS zone. Let's see here. And looks like puts on the power that Mercedes does. And Josh up in the 6th place. And there's Stenner up against Valkyrie. Valkyrie goes to P12 now. But back up front, Lewis, 2.6 second lead over Tadpole, and it is staying constant and with slight increases. Meanwhile, Instinct, though, has caught Tadpole. So Instinct moving on next season into staying in Ferrari. As Leon just joins the penalty club, the first inductee. Tadpole moving up to Alpha Tauri once the season is over in F1. That will mean we'll have a new championship going on in this sense, as Stenner just takes 10th place, gets back into the points. Here comes Joe fighting against George again. Joe this time gets back ahead. Can he keep it though? Here comes Instinct. Here comes Instinct now, trying to fight with Tadpole. He has to go high, and little fight there. It looks like oh boy, little Tadpole getting his elbows out. Tadpole getting his elbows out and way out to keep Instinct back. Unfortunately, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt Tadpole slightly on trying to catch Lewis. But I think in Tadpole's case, maybe Tadpole knows he can't catch. Well, looks like we had trouble. And that is Stenner and Beatnik spun out. Stenner just got a penalty for a collision with Stenner. And Beatnik is off into the pits. Stenner has continued on. Instinct off and away. He's got the ERS open up. He's got DRS too, but question is, can he lock Tadpole in for the position? Looks like Wavy has gone around in turn 3, and Wavy immediately gets disqualified from the race for blocking the pit lane. So Wavy done and dusted. So Wavy spun out in turn 3, and he is done and done. He spun out in turn 3 and apparently blocked the pit entry. Blocked the pit entry lane, and the game decided, screw you, you're done. Apparently, he said he was off the track. It looks like George has gone for a spin. Yes, he has. Falls to 9th now. We're almost at the halfway point of this race. It's Joe Wilson is trying to lure in Fanflo to try to see if he can get up into P6. Term still sitting pretty in 4th place. Stenner Stenner and Beatnik into the pits. Looks like not many fights going on, to say the least. We got Fanflo on Josh. We got Instinct and now Term getting involved. Instinct really wants to get past Tadpole, but Tadpole is just being really stubborn and keeping Instinct back. I mean, credit to Tadpole where it's due. I mean, he's had a really good tier 2 this season. He had the championship won by round 8. Red Bull got the constructors in the very next round, in round 9. And now here, it's the finale. He's already got the championship locked down. Tadpole, he really does not want Ferrari to have a 1-2. So he's going to be very stubborn to keep Instinct behind. And that in turn is also going to bring Term into the picture as well. Let's go on board with Term now. As you can see, there is Instinct right ahead of him. George has gone into the pits. And Tadpole right there. I bet you Instinct is going to be like, okay, I'm done being behind him for so long. I want to get by him. We'll have to wait and see in this case. Looks like Instinct tried to sneak a peek, but not close enough at this present moment. Meanwhile, going a little further back, Joe right there with Fanflo. This is going to be a fight for 6 there, but let's get back into this one. Here it comes again, as Instinct finally gets ahead of Tadpole in a turn number 9, and it is successfully done. And same thing with Joe, gets ahead of Fanflo. So Instinct up in the 2nd place, Joe Wilson in the 6th. So it is a Ferrari 1-2, then it is in a Red Bull and an Alpine, and then it is a Mercedes 5-6. And Tadpole, I think the reason he was holding him up so long is deciding to come in. So Tadpole has gone in. I believe he is going to attempt an undercut on the Ferraris. We'll have to see on how the Ferraris will respond to that Red Bull stop. Instinct 4 seconds behind his teammate, and now just got broken out of the DRS from Term. So Term not in DRS range yet. But speaking of which, he has no ERS. Term has just trashed his ERS. Meanwhile, Tadpole, speaking of which, Tadpole has come back out. He is in 9th place, having to deal with Valkyrie. Now, Valkyrie is the lone driver from his academy, so Valkyrie moves over and lets Tadpole through into 8th place. Let's see which Ferrari will come in. Will Lewis Walker go in and let his teammate lead? Or will Instinct decide, I'm going to go in to try to cover off Tadpole? Well, looks like it's gonna be Instinct in as Stenner goes around in turn 4. Instinct is actually gonna be going in to cover off, going in to cover his teammate, to cover for Tadpole. Let's take a look at Tadpole and see where he is. There he is, going into the final corner now. Looks like Instinct is coming out. Yep, there he is. Let's see what happens. They come popping out, and there he is. Instinct covers him off. Instinct stays ahead of Tadpole. So the undercut for Red Bull doesn't work. However, Tadpole does get DRS. So let's see what happens here between these two. And Instinct covers him off. So Instinct keeps him back. We have trouble in turn 3. That is Stenner around again. I'm not sure what Stenner's doing, but there goes Lewis to get past, and he has now officially gone a lap down. And Lewis is actually in the pits. Term is in. And Stenner is out, so one of the Red Bulls is out. So now the Mercedes pair of Josh and Joe are the leaders now. Tadpole takes the lead. Jim Bob. So Tadpole takes fastest lap. Let's see, Lewis has just come flying out of the pits. So Lewis is in the lead. Joe Wilson is with his teammate Josh. Those two are leading the race right now. Tadpole is ahead of Instinct. Instinct might have a chance to trying to go for it. Now it looks like Lewis right now, with about 11 to go, 12 laps to go, is about 10 seconds behind. About 10 seconds behind the leader, Josh. Take a look here. So leader, about 9.4 seconds between there. Let's take a look at the biggest losers and movers and shakers. Right now, the two biggest movers is Valkyrie, P8, and Jim Bob in P3 was 6, but he'll come in for there too. Maybe. Well, Valkyrie is not pitted yet. Tadpole. Instincts after Tadpole. Term is in the penalty club. So Leon, FBL, and Term are in the penalty club, or track limits. Instinct is trying to catch Tadpole to get himself into 5th place. Lewis Walker is now caught. Jim Bob to reclaim 3rd place. Jim Bob has pitted. He's on the hard compound tire. And Lewis going much faster. He's not there yet, but in this next DRS zone, Jim Bob will lose 3rd place to Lewis. And Jim Bob knows it's not the fight, and he lets him by. Looks like Beatnik has gone off in the final corner. Josh is in the lead still. Joe is still 2nd. is Beatnik doing? What is Beatnik doing? He's lagging. He's going off track. He's just going mental. Not sure what in the world he's doing. He's just spinning out like mad. He's come to a stop on the track. He's gone a lap down. I'm not even sure what Beatnik is doing. He's just come to a stop on the circuit. Meanwhile, Term has gone for a spin. Tadpole trying to hold Instinct back, but Instinct is right there. He knows it's a matter of time before he can get by. But unfortunately now Tadpole's got help. He's got Jim Bob for DRS. See what happens here, but nah, Instinct not close enough. So Tadpole getting some help, getting an assist from Jim Bob. Jim Bob keeps Tadpole alive for P5 right now. It looks like Term has gone for a spin again. And Term has crashed! We're gonna have a safety car! No! No, he's retired on track! Term's retired on track! Well, that's interesting. So Jim Bob now goes into the pits. So Tadpole will take 4th. Instinct's up in the 5th now. Lewis Walker has seen the Mercedes in his sights. Now Instinct, by the way, is trying to go on to Tadpole again. Now these two have been fighting each other pretty much the entire race. Let's go a little bit further back. Let's see, just in case. Nope, not close enough yet. But FPL, by the way, has caught Jack. FPL now trying to go for 9th place, but can't seem to get close enough right now. Anyways, back towards the front, Lewis Walker still on board. He has now caught the Mercedes pair. He is in DRS range. Let's see what the Mercedes boys will do against a fast and incoming Lewis Walker. Here we go. As Lewis has the DRS. So does Joe Wilson, though. But it's gonna be coming any moment. Here we go. As Leon has gone for a spin. In there. Anyways, here comes Lewis on the inside against Joe. And he gets past Joe. Will he try and go for a second? No. He waits. He sneaks a peek on the inside. No. Let's try to sneak a shot. Try to sneak a shot on the inside, but can't get it done. Lewis is going to have to sit in 2nd for right now. Instinct is still having trouble getting past Tadpole, but these two are putting on a good fight. These two are putting on a good fight as Lewis is still trying to get past Josh, but Josh is really putting on a fight to keep him back. But anyways, there goes Inevitable. Here comes Lewis. No, decides to wait. He's gonna have to DRS now. And off he goes. And Lewis just takes the lead. Takes the lead back. And off. And here we go. Josh now falls into second place. Oh, he's gonna have DRS, but with Lewis on fresher medium tires, it's gonna be quite the difference, to say the least. Anyways, we're on lap 20. We're on lap 20 there, and oh no, Instinct's gone for a spin. Oh boy, I think he snuck a peek on Tadpole, and maybe the attack went wrong, and now Instinct goes spinning, and that is not good for Instinct. All right, let's try. Nope, I don't have Jack SCFC. So now, even if Jack SCFC doesn't rejoin, he will keep his position, because we're on lap 23 of 29, so it's 79% completion of the race. So even if Jack SCFC finishes in P9, he is going to keep his 2 points. Oh, and his car pits him. That's not good. So now Valkyrie just jumps back into the points now. Because of the AI. That's not good. Well, let's see. Well, there's not many new battles going on. So let's see what we got. Okay, so not many new fights going on. Just the Team Mercedes just lumbering around. Got the AI of Jack with the AI of Zora. Now Tadpole. Let's talk about with Tadpole, by the way, as he's trying to catch back with these guys, with the Mercedes boys. Tadpole, by the way, he's had quite a run, to say the least, in this season. So he wound up having quite a few wins. He won Monza, Japan, Australia, Silverstone and Jeddah, which got him the championship. So he's got 5 wins on him. A little slight snap of Overseer. But yeah, so Tadpole going into Alpha Tauri for F2 starting this weekend. I do wonder how Tadpole will do in that car. Okay. I'll just put out the notification that the notification out that clip submission is open at the conclusion of the event. Here is Tadpole. He's caught the Mercedes boys. Now, if Instinct didn't get spun, he would have been right with them. As we're on board with Tadpole. This is going to be technically net P2. It looks like the Mercedes had decided to form a wall. Joe Wilson switches with Josh. Tadpole now stuck behind Josh. I believe my memory's right. Josh is now going to try to put on a hard defense. Joe and Josh had the exact same shelf life of their tires. But, I mean, no reason Josh is going to is keeping Tadpole behind is so Joe can pull away. And with only 3 to go, anything's possible. And that's Leon right there. He's gone a lap down. Let's see if Tadpole can finally get past. But he's almost out of ERS. And Josh just keeps him back. So Tadpole starting to get annoyed. He's just trying to see if he can try to force Josh into a mistake. No, tries a shot on the inside. Backs out. Waiting up is just going to hold off for now. Meanwhile, Lewis has caught the AI of Jack SCFC. Here we go. Well, Lewis using the AI as a shield, and Tadpole finally gets clear of Josh. A little bump between the two, but Josh is still fighting back. He's just fighting back against Tadpole. He's out of ERS. Tadpole has no ERS. My oh my. So Tadpole with no ERS, he's going to have a miracle in order to pass Joe to take second place. And this is going to be quite a spectacular battle, to say the least. And speaking of battles, FPL is being hunted by Valkyrie. This is a fight for 9th place. Here we go. FPL playing the fight. No. Valkyrie with much faster run. Gets up to 207 before the braking zone. Valkyrie inherits 9th. What a move. FPL's thinking to try again. Backs off. Wait, is that the leader? No, it's Instinct. Instinct spins. Oh boy. I thought the leader spun out. Oh my. I mean, I'm Team Principal Ferrari, but that just made my heart skip a beat. Oh. Anyways, here goes Tadpole. Can he do it? No, he can't. The last lunge, and Joe keeps him back. My oh my. So he got traded from Mercedes Academy to Ferrari Academy. He got jumped into Tier 2. He won last week in Brazil. He will do it again in Abu Dhabi. Lewis Walker wins in Abu Dhabi. But now the fight in the turn for P2 as they head to the final corner. Joe Wilson is going to get second place. Tadpole will settle for third. Josh is going to take fourth. Instinct, 2 mistakes, but He does keep 5th place, so that is good for him. Josh, what a good moment to hold Tadpole back to help his teammate get 2nd place. Fanflo gets 6th. Jim Bob is going to cross the line. He'll take 7th. George is a little ways away, but he is going to come across to get 8th. Jack SCFC takes 12th. Leon in 13th. Beatnik right behind George. He's going to take 14th. George now up into there. Beatnik crosses for last. And there it is. So here comes Valkyrie, by the way. What a run by her. It's gonna take 9th place. What a run there. And boom. FPL takes 10th. Wow. Let's see, driver today, Joe Wilson. I will be honest. But I'll be honest, so Lewis Walker wins, Joe Wilson 2nd. Joe for driver today. I mean, it makes sense. He held up. He kept Tadpole back to keep P2, but also credit goes to his teammate Josh for putting up a fight. But there it is. So Lewis Walker, the winner. Joe Wilson in 2nd place. Tadpole is 3rd. Josh in 4th. Instinct 5. Fanflo 6. Jim Bob 7. George 8. Valkyrie 9. And FBL will take P10. So that is going to conclude. The Tier 2 stream for tonight. But what a fantastic conclusion to wrap up the Tier 2 season. Now, I don't know if Season 8 is starting next week or not. I don't know. I'll have to get that answer with the admins. But tomorrow is where things are going to be fun. So tomorrow, UK time at 4:15. Is going to be the F2 finale, which is going to be at Interlagos. Now, I don't know if there will be a streamer for that, but you will be hearing me streaming for F1 tomorrow at 8 o'clock UK, where the F1 drivers will be racing around Austria. So, from RPL Streams, this is Ty9 will say good night and have a good one.